Okay, folks, I'm Eric Ivan Sr., and it's a couple of days after, a day after Christmas. I got called in Christmas Eve. We had frozen pipes in this 150-year-old mansion. Um, they had a problem. They had a small leak, they said, in the tub. So what I did was this. First thing I did is I poked a hole in the ceiling up there, which is right under a hot tub that they said they had a small leak anyway. So it had to be looked at anyway. So I poked a hole in there to get air upstairs, in the room that was frozen. So they call me in and they tell me there's this pregnant lady in the room and she doesn't want to leave till this afternoon. So I said, well, you got to get her in now. Because with frozen pipes, the most important thing is to get on top of it right away. The longer you wait, the more work you're going to have for yourself. So I got called down on New Year's Eve. First thing I did was I opened up this hot tub. And that hole is right underneath there. So I figured that would get some air up in there because we didn't know if the break was anywhere in here. We didn't know where the break was. So we cut a hole in the wall here. Thought it could have been here because there's a shower body in here. So he opened up this access panel up here as well. And which is good to know because there's two valves up in here to shut the water off to here. So we didn't know where the break was. So what I did is I cut a couple holes in here, and I tell you, we got lucky. Once the air started going through there, it just popped, it let loose, and we got so lucky that they didn't break in the wall or the ceiling. I actually went upstairs and cut a hole in the floor, in the attic floor, and it got some heat going through, and we got the pipes unfrozen in a very short time. Got really lucky. But the reason this video is to show you how to put in an event to prevent this from happening. This is a very, very old building. It's like this plaster and lath. What are you going to do? Tear the whole thing apart and try to insulate? You know, it's impossible. First time these pipes froze in 25 years. So what we're going to do is we are going to put in one of these vents here. And when these come, they come bent open quite a bit, and like that. And when you had it up against the wall, you could see into the plumbing. So all you do is bend these. You just bend this a little bit. You just bend them in like this. You just bend them close. And then now, when it sits up on the wall, you won't see it. And with these, unlike if you're doing plaster or lath, or cement coating or stucco, you would put it the other way so the cement would stay in it. If this was lath, I'm saying. But because this is a heat vent, you want it to be like this so that the heat goes up. Heat always rises. And if you can get a stud here, that's great. But if you can't, let me try to put this on the other thing. I'm not real good with this. Okay, so now we got lucky here, and we got a stud right there. So we got lucky there. I cut this hole just a tad. We'll try to do this with one hand, okay? And what you do is, one of these got a stud, so we got really lucky. So what you have to do here in this case is take a piece of pine like this, you put it up behind here, and you screw it to the wall. I'm not going to show you how to do it. It's pretty simple. Just put some screws through there, and then you'll have a nailer for your vent. And you will maybe lose a little bit of heat in this room, but heat will get up into the spot where that froze. And the only reason it froze, it was like 22 below zero here with the wind. It was brutal. And like I said, this never froze in 25 years. So you will lose minimal heat, I really believe. And even if you do, what else are you going to do? Rip everything apart and start insulating the 150-year-old building with plaster and lath? And this is a nightmare. So what you do is, you can insulate where you can, maybe along the outsides if you could. Like here, took the base trim off. I broke a hole behind there to let some air flow in there as well, because we didn't know where these pipes were actually broken. So obviously you want to insulate those areas real quick first, and then put your vent in, and that vent will allow heat up in there. And This will never happen again. At least I'll be retired if it ever does, probably. So, and like anything, if you gain a little something, you may lose a little something. You may lose a little bit of heat, but I'm telling you, I've put these in before, and it's minimal. It really is. So, and that's me. I'm Eric Ivan, and I hope this helped you um, unclog some frozen pipes or keep them unfroze indefinitely. And that's it. Merry Christmas. Peace out.